What's up, everybody? Damon here, and in today's gaming news, Bioware teases full nudity in Dragon Age the Veilguard, new Dragon Quest III HD-2D details are revealed, and Double Dragon is revived. This is your daily Dragon Fix. Bioware games often feature implied nudity and sex scenes, as fans of the likes of Mass Effect and Dragon Age know well. But it sounds like the upcoming action RPG Dragon Age the Veilguard will take Bioware romance to a whole new level. Game Informer confirmed topless nudity in the Dragon Age Veilguard character creator. Game director Cordenbush wouldn't go as far as to confirm that this also means topless nudity is featured elsewhere in the game, but it very much sounds like that's what players can expect. This is a mature RPG, Bush teased. Bioware remained tight-lipped when asked if the Veilguard also features bottom nudity, insisting it wants fans to find out for themselves. At one point, this would have been unthinkable in a AAA video game, but following the success of games like The Witcher 3, Cyberpunk, and Baldur's Gate 3, all of which feature full frontal nudity, the RPG dress code has gotten a lot more lax. Veilguard launches 10 years after the third game in the series, Inquisition, won IGN's Game of the Year, and 15 years after the first game, Origins, was released. Dragon Age the Veilguard is currently scheduled for release on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC sometime this fall, though there's still no official date. Moving on to an RPG that probably doesn't have any nudity, Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake does feature new story elements, performance and graphics modes on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, and more. Speaking to Famitsu and translated by Genki Japan on Twitter, Square Enix said the classic role-playing game's remake features several improvements for modern players while staying true to the original. Perhaps most notably, Square Enix is adding new story elements. And while it's unclear how significant these will be, everything was supervised by series creator Yuji Horii. On the technical side of things, the game will support 4K resolution, though on console, players must choose between it and a 60 frames per second performance mode. It's hard to tell how much of a difference this will actually make, considering much of the game's retro aesthetic is low resolution by design, and a higher frame rate doesn't really give much of an advantage to turn-based battles. But I guess it's nice to have the option. Players can also choose between 2 protagonist appearances and 3 difficulty settings. Myriad quality of life features will be available, including autosaves, though manual saves are still available, the ability to speed up battle with the shoulder buttons, 2 camera modes, a mini-map which can be toggled on and off, and an NPC conversation log which saves the last 30 interactions. The game was announced as a recreation of the 1988 original and launches November 14th later this year, meaning it will arrive more than 3 decades later. Breaking numerical convention, Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake will be followed up by Dragon Quest I and II HD-2D remakes at some point next year. And finally today, Double Dragon Revive is a new 3D game in the veteran beat-em-up series, published by ArcSystem Works and developed by AEW Fight Forever maker Yukes. Revive features returning characters and familiar gameplay, in which you pick up weapons scattered throughout the stages and use area gimmicks to defeat enemies. The official blurb reads, "The Double Dragon series has defined the belt-scroll action genre ever since it hit the arcades in 1987. Now it returns as Double Dragon Revive thanks to the passionate support of retro game fans over the years. The game provides a modern belt-scroll action experience with exhilarating gameplay, making full use of ArcSystem Works' experience with fighting game development. ArcSystem Works acquired the rights to Double Dragon and fellow classic beat-em-up series Kunio-kun, or River City Ransom, from Technos in 2015. Since then, it has released multiple games in these series, such as Double Dragon 4 and River City Girls. While the former received poor reviews, the latter garnered critical acclaim. What's more, River City Girls 2 featured Double Dragon leads Billy and Jimmy Lee as playable DLC characters. A roguelike spin-off titled Double Dragon Gaiden: Rise of the Dragons was released in 2023 to average reviews. Double Dragon Revive is set for PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam in 2025. PS4 and 5 will even get a physical edition. There is no Xbox One or Nintendo Switch version. And that is your Daily Fix for Thursday, July 11th. A triple dose of dragon news, or maybe it's quadruple since one of the dragons is double. Now that you're caught up, watch our review of The First Descendant, or if you want to read about a whole house of dragons, head over to IGN.com, check out George R.R. Martin's latest thoughts on the HBO series. I'm Damon Hatfield, and for all your video game news, stay tuned to IGN.